The Never-Ending Tales, Chapter 6, Dusk of the Gods. While the angel's world was falling in war, death and despair, and the fallen archangel Lucifer was banished to a newly discovered human world, the old gods of the Origins elements were moving toward the renegade god of chaos to try and limit his mad behavior. After eons of inaction, the goddess of light convinced the four others that it was no use to try and nullify chaos through artificial order. The only line of action that could be taken was a direct confrontation with the god of chaos himself. The goddess of light traveled through the multiple layers of the multiverse, guided by the goddess of music and time through the different periods of the worlds. She left messages intended to the god of chaos and fixed some of the problems his actions caused. She guided the son of Lucifer in his quest of stopping the actions of his father. She also helped in ending the long war between the angels and the demons. On other Earths, she guided humans and inspired them to improve their lives through many phases. She created other worlds all linked to each other and filled them with countless societies and civilizations, with ecosystems and wildlife. Each time she failed to locate the god of chaos, but she never stopped moving and still had faith that she would face him when the time will come. The goddess of time created a very developed civilization early in the flow of time around the very first star, Arcturus. They lived on a planet they called Arcadia and went under the name of Children of Time. She inspired them to master the element of time and sent some of them to Earth to monitor the arrow of time there and stop eventual anarchy that the god of chaos would cause. On Earth, she put many humans in contact with the melody of time and made them immortal sentinels defending the flow of time there. They called themselves the Time Watch. The god of void and the god of silence made the Arcadian planets able to hold the elements of the Origins and inspired the children of time to use those elements in order to craft artifacts they could use to control pure void or light or any other of the 6 primary elements. They also gifted many humans with the natural mastery of the element of void and others with the mastery of silence, and inspired them to always use those gifts to counter chaos when it would appear. The goddess of order created harmony in the universe called the Arasmas and created the Animas as bearer of order. Her Animas put an end to the terror of the dragon god Chaos created previously in that world. She also gifted angels and humans with the ability to understand order and the possibility to use it to diffuse chaos. The 5 gods waited for the god of chaos to react to their massive actions to locate him, and as they expected, he interfered with the changes they established. He corrupted some of the children of time, leading them in a great time war that almost caused their doom. He also caused the destruction of time on Earth by corrupting the 9th member of the Time Watch. Time was eventually rebooted on Earth and a new timeline started. But even there, the god of chaos made the life of people gifted by the other gods terrible. The god of chaos pushed one of the new immortals to shatter his mind and made the Order of the Moon and the Order of the Sun clash in a very long dispute between the Silver Falcons and the Golden Foxes. He put an end to the harmony of the Arasmas and broke the link between its worlds. He corrupted yet another layers of the universe, putting a conglomerate of planets to take over another one and making it a prison. He also pushed humans in an alternative timeline to go as far with technology as to make life a twisted game under the rule of a single human. This human declared himself the Omega, then a new god to his fellow humans, before shattering among the machines he created. And even when order seemed to come back into that world, he pushed the machines to assimilate the whole planet, making it the Deus Ex Machina, a sentient Earth that was moving in space, swallowing everything on its way. It was also known as the World Eater. When the god of chaos acted, the 5 other gods followed his actions to their source and they were finally able to locate the renegade god. The god of chaos was hidden in the middle of everything that was, spreading his power in all directions. The 5 gods surrounded him and the goddess of light talked to him in the name of the others. "Almighty god of chaos, we finally meet," the goddess first said. "Wrong, wrong, wrong. We have met again and again and again. This very moment is only an echo. What had been done had already been done and only repeats. I know all what you have to tell me, and my answer is as it had always been. No, the god spoke. We are not here for a definitive end of chaos, she started. Just for the return of the balance, the god said, interrupting the goddess. I know, and I can't allow it. I am the instrument of chaos, and chaos can't be tamed. So you say that we must leave the chaos seldom prevail while everything else disappear. Order is artificial and natural. Chaos is eternal, and it is the only thing that would remain. I have seen all the possibilities, all those weak attempts to control it. None can work as chaos can't be tamed. The god of void, irritated by the words of the god of chaos, then spoke. We believed the same in the distant past, but we have been proven wrong. This madness must stop once and for all. Foolish talk from a foolish god, the god of chaos responded. Everything you have thought about, I already considered. There is no solution, only resignation to chaos. The goddess of order thought deeply about what has been told. If something could be done, it had to be something they had never thought of doing, something defying their own line of thought. Then she finally saw where the problem lied. Neither of us is right, god of chaos, she said. We all think that we are the ones to make the rules, to control the 6 elements, but the elements are way stronger than we are. Balance can be achieved, but it can only be achieved if we stop mingling with its parameters, with void, silence, light, time, chaos and order. Nonsense, the god of chaos screamed. The world is nothing without gods. I won't give up what I am. I won't fail the chaos. The god of chaos moved toward the goddess of order, trying to strike her and fulfill her wish by annihilating her. But as he did, the gods of void and silence surrounded him with a cocoon of their respective elements, suspending him from space and time before he could act. The goddess of light shed a tear as she looked around. The 2 gods kept reinforcing the cocoon as they felt the god of chaos striking to destroy his prison. The goddess of order was still under the shock of the attack attempted against her, and the singing of the goddess of music and time seemed sadder than it ever was. We can't stop strengthening the cocoon, or the god of chaos would break free, the god of void said. What is the next step? The goddess of order finally broke free from her state of shock and responded to the question of the god of void. We have interfered too much with this multiverse. It is time we leave the world be what it is intended to be. We should focus on keeping the god of chaos sealed. Gods of void and silence, I am afraid you will need to keep on fulfilling your new task for an indefinite period. Not necessarily, the goddess of music and time said. I can stop time around us so we wouldn't feel the stress of the task. We will be in a bubble where time no more flows. Nothing would come in or out of our sphere. I will fill our actions with order to create purpose to our tasks. This way we will never question our decision, and we will never break our sacred mission, the goddess of order added. And I will surround the bubble with a light so bright nothing will ever be able to approach it, even if given the means to see through the cracks in time. For those who will discover us, if they ever do, we will only be another star in the cosmos, the goddess of light said. The gods put their words into action, and soon enough they were all in suspension. They continued to fill their purpose out of time and space, shining for the rare ones who could see them. Through this action, the multiverse was free from the egos of the old gods, left alone to evolve in a more autonomous way. Void and light eternally spread. The arrow of time kept on moving forward, while silence creeped around here and there, causing paradoxes. Chaos didn't disappear and continued to strike among the living and the empty spaces alike. But order was always created to counter it. Order would prevail for a moment before the next strike of chaos, and everything would just repeat itself. In the end, the departure of the gods wasn't much of a disaster, and the multiverse kept on expanding as it always did. Thank you for staying until the end. If you enjoyed the chapter, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to be informed about upcoming chapters. You can also purchase the Neverending Tales as either a paperback or a hardcover, with the links in the description. See you next time on Inked Feather.